Hi everyone, let me make sure my mic is on here. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Thanks for joining us on this afternoon. It's now the afternoon, this afternoon's Facebook Live. The time now is 12:23. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you can hear me okay, and let me know if you're okay. I know we had some pretty gnarly storms come through this morning between 6 and about 7, and lasting even into the mid-morning with a flood concern. So let me know how you're faring. Fortunately, I just checked in with my family, and it looks like they're doing okay over at my house, but of course we'll know a little bit more. Let's see. Tab said no power since 6 in the morning. It's been a mess. Thank you for confirming you can hear me okay. Some of you are saying no power since 6 in the morning. Yes, several power outages. And I do have to admit, I've been watching radar really closely. My news team has been keeping an eye on the power outages, so I don't have exact numbers for you, but all of our information is on our website, WFAA.com. In fact, one of our digital team members, Jay, I'm sure has been updating that. So go ahead and click on that. Neil said, Alan, lots of trees down. Caitlin watching out of Rockwall. Caitlin said, good, just lots of tree damage and no power since 6. Brian wants to know about Waxahachie. I will get to all of that, I promise. I'm just making sure that you can all hear me okay. Okay, just a few notes. If you can see the red live button, this is live. If you can't, this is now a recording. The time now is 12:38. It is Tuesday, May 28th, and I'm going to be looking down very often. That's because my graphics are here, and I'm looking at your comments coming in right here. But for you, my graphics are here, okay? Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get started so we can talk you through some of the things that we're expecting, not just for this afternoon, but for tonight as well. Rue in South Oak Cliff, power is back on Camp Wisdom and Polk. So good to hear that. McKinney Fox said yes on the red button. Amanda, you are welcome. She said, you've been so busy, glad you can keep us updated. Of course. For those of you that don't know me, I grew up in this area, so I am trying to keep the people that, in my community safe. And you are the people in my community. I grew up here, so it brings me a lot of honor to do this for all of you. Patricia said lots of trees down. First time I've had internet since the storms hit. Oh gosh, and that's one of the things about overnight storms. It's so important to keep all those devices powered, just in case you do lose power. I know a lot of people were streaming us from their mobile devices this morning, so they were able to stay up to date. My coworkers included. I had a number of my coworkers messaging me around 5, 6 in the morning. Amanda said no power in Balch Springs yet. Tyrone, any confirmation of tornadoes or just straight line winds? Tyrone, it does look like this is purely a straight line wind situation. We did have a tornado warned storm. It expired around 8:30 this morning, and it was really from Garland towards, let's see, it was in Garland and then Kaufman County down towards like Henderson County, and even Van Zant. We don't have any confirmation on anyone getting video of the potential tornado. I think most of this is going to really be a straight line wind situation, especially across Dallas, and most of the damage in Dallas as well. Annette said power in oh gosh, I don't know how to say that. Is it Tioga? I don't think I've seen that one yet. North of Dallas, 1.2 in the rain gauge from overnight. Okay. I'm so glad a lot of you are joining us. Let's go ahead and get to it. We are looking at radar right now, and this is radar looping over the past hour. And you can see a lot of the activity really along our eastern counties, really east and not in North Texas anymore. And really that'll continue to move in this direction. So you can see it now. Really the main concern for the state at the moment is going to be the potential for strong winds, and that really includes areas in East Texas, Southeast Texas. You see all those yellow boxes, all of those severe thunderstorm warnings. Really that's heading into the Houston area. So if you can avoid East and Southeast Texas the next couple of hours, I would absolutely do so. I know a lot of people that commute from Dallas to Houston from time to time, especially for work. Try to avoid that today. We do still have a flash flood warning, so I'm going to zoom in there so I can show it to you. Again, no active warnings across the Metroplex. The severe weather threat has moved for now. We have another round coming tonight, and I'll get to that. But we do have a flash flood warning that's in place still for Henderson and Van Zant counties, and that's until 1:30. I believe let's see here. A small portion of Ellis, Henderson, Kaufman, Navarro County, that flash flood warning is in place until 1. And you may be thinking, it's not currently raining. Why is there a flash flood warning? You know, water always takes a little while to recede. So generally, those flash flood warnings are in place long after the rain is gone. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of this activity that we're seeing. I just saw a storm popping up in Denton County, southern Denton County. I am not expecting this to be severe. At most, we'll see just some brief heavy rainfall and some lightning with it. I don't see any hail. There's not immediate concern with this storm, so no need to worry about that. But you may get some brief heavy rainfall, and that's again in southern Denton County. That's just to the north of Louisville, Highland Village. That's heading towards the Colony. I know the Colony saw some really high winds today, over 70-mile-per-hour wind speeds. And I'll show you a few of the wind speeds that I have, or that have been reported so far. I'll show you the list of that here in a moment. I just wanted to give you an update on what's happening right now. A lot of you chiming in saying that you don't have any power. Annette, thank you. Just north of Frisco. I appreciate you there. Simon wants to know if it's safe to go out this evening before 9. Yes, I think so, and I'll show you that depending on where you're at. Okay, I'm going to show you now the rest of North Texas, just another big overview of what radar looks like, what it's doing. Again, we're seeing some cloud cover. I am seeing a little bit of blue sky starting to move. I'm looking at my cameras over here. I'm starting to see a little bit of blue sky in downtown Dallas, maybe some at DFW Airport, some of our western counties seeing some sunshine now. But a lot of this activity, again, it's winding down. We're going to continue to clear out here for the next several hours. So here's what you can expect. Between now and 2, any of these lingering showers, any of those lingering storms, including the one currently in southern Denton County, those are going to be pushing out. I'm not expecting severe weather here between now and 2. It was really windy behind that main line of showers and thunderstorms. 30 to 40 mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's not completely ruled out between now and about 2, although the winds are certainly calming down a lot. And that was non-thunderstorm related wind speeds. That was just like wind gusts after the storms have moved out. Between 2 to 7. Breezy at times. It'll be cloudy for some. I think we'll see a bit more sunshine, and it is going to feel rather humid in some parts, especially more towards the south. And that's between 2 to 7. After 7, I am expecting some storms along our western counties, and then those storms will approach the Metroplex closer to midnight, and then really our eastern counties between midnight to about sunrise. So we do have another round of thunderstorms moving in tonight. But again, nothing active right now in North Texas. And here is the severe weather outlook. Diana letting me know that the sun is out in Benbrook. Thanks for that report. I'm glad to see it. Blue skies in Louisville, says Kaylee. Can I ask Pete to turn the rain off, please? I mean, if someone can tell him. I don't think he's listening to me. Yeah, I mean, we do have another round of storms tonight, unfortunately. Our severe weather outlook has improved some for tonight. And I say this because the enhanced risk that was in place over DFW has now shifted more towards the east. I'm going to see if I can actually move this to the south. You see that orange? That's now in the southeast. So that means the severe weather has shifted, or the threat has shifted more towards the west. It has shifted to the west of North Texas and to the south as well. So the western half of North Texas, the southern half of North Texas under a slight risk for severe weather. That is a level 2 out of 5. The Metroplex, including Tarrant, Dallas, Ellis County, Denton, Collin, Rockwall, really the green shaded counties, that's a level 1 out of 5. So that is a marginal risk for severe weather. And this is really for the potential of hail up to golf ball size, as well as 60+ mile-per-hour wind speeds, and there is a low tornado threat. But I got to tell you, the more east these storms move tonight, the more they're going to weaken. With that being said, I'm concerned about how much rain we've seen, and any additional rain at this point that we're expecting tonight is going to be causing some flood concerns. Trying to get through some of your comments here while I go along. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our timecast. This is a representation of what radar could look like in the next few hours. Now, I want to say that over the last few days, we have been doing our best to kind of pick and choose what models are performing the best. And sometimes it's a combination of models. A lot of models have been underperforming, not just with the timing, but with the intensity of storms as well. So this is what it looks like as of now. This is what I think is really the best representation, but I'm going to take you, there's a fly in here. I'm going to take this slow so I can show you where I think we could see some changes. So this is around 1. Around 1 in the afternoon, we're still going to see maybe some activity on radar. I mean, we're seeing it right now in Denton County, and this is doing a pretty decent job at picking up at some of that activity. But most of the stuff is to the east. It's to the southeast of North Texas. I'm going to take you now through the afternoon. Look at this. It's going to start to dry out. It's going to be rather calm. I know someone was asking me if it's safe to go out before 9. This is 6. But look at those storms out to the west. They start to close in. This is 7. This is 8. I think this so far is doing an okay representation of the timing and the location of storms. This is 8. This is 9. And this is 10. I'm going to stop it at 10 just because I do want to show you. This kind of shows more of a cluster of storms really focused along the northwest. I think that we could see maybe some storms kind of more towards the south as well. Breckenridge, Eastland, maybe south of Interstate 20, more taking on sort of a line shape. So this is at 10. This is now 11. So those storms start to close in on Wise County, maybe even Grayson, Cook County, Parker, Palo Pinto. This is now midnight. Around midnight, I think those storms will likely be at least in the western portion of the Metroplex. Right, this is now at 1. The storms continue to progress. And remember, I said that the more east these storms move, the more energy they'll lose and the weaker they'll get. With that being said, heavy rain still a possibility that could lead to flooding. We could very well see some strong wind gusts as well. And like I said, the hail threat, it's there, but it will lower overnight and it'll be more of a wind concern, kind of like what we saw this morning. Not exactly the same thing. I think what we saw was very intense. I don't think it'll be quite as intense or as widespread, but I do think that we can see some widespread rain about 2, 3 in the morning there. And then as we head closer towards sunrise, which happens between, what, 8? When is sunrise? That's around 7 in the morning now, and you see a lot of this activity really starts to wind down, and then we're just dealing with some scattered showers and some scattered storms. So again, the rest of the day is going to be calmer in terms of rain, scattered thunderstorms, but I'm expecting more storms tonight. A few of those storms could be strong to severe, so just make sure to have a way to get warnings before you go to bed. Make sure the alerts on our WFAA app are turned on. That way, whenever we see a warning pop up, we can alert you. So just be cautious of that. I'm going to try to look through some of your comments here. See, Tracy said the sun is out in Forney, but lots of trees and fences down. Tab said power is back on. So good to hear that. Jennifer said make it stop. Oh, I wish I could. Your local meteorologists are tired, I can tell you that. Okay, so our DBU camera right now showing the most recent wind gust was about 41 miles per hour, and that's pretty consistent to what I've been seeing. And this does not include the strong wind gusts that we saw with the storms that blew through the region. Right now, At DFW, 70 degrees, so it actually warmed up quite quickly. The last time I checked, it was in the mid-60s after that rain had moved out. Wind is out of the southeast, sustained at 23 miles per hour, and we'll continue to see really some of this breezy to windy weather the rest of the afternoon. These are a few of the wind gusts right now. 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Fort Worth, 22 in Denton, 32 in McKinney, 40 in Dallas, 24 in Waxahachie. But here are some of the highest wind reports. Now, the wind reports that I'm showing you right now, these were associated with the thunderstorms that moved through this morning. So the highest one I've seen, and of course, reports are trickling in, so this could change, but the highest report I've seen is in Denton, 83-mile-per-hour wind gusts, Valley Ranch, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, DFW Airport at 77, Love Field at 75, Little Elm 77, Arlington 77, I believe that was at the municipal airport, Saxe 73, the Colony 70, Maybank 70, and Levon 76. So pretty strong wind gusts out there this morning. Ashley wants to know, is there going to be more rain? Yes, there is going to be more rain tonight. I need you to prepare for more storms to come in tonight. Have a way to get warnings tonight because we could see some severe weather again. And not just tonight, but we do have storm chances that continue, and that's my next slide here. That 70%, that was really more for this morning. I think we'll see more tonight, obviously. But I mean, I have daily rain chances in the forecast at least through the weekend. It doesn't rain the entire time. It's going to come in rain in rounds, kind of like what we're seeing today. The first round was this morning. We have a long break, and then we see additional activity coming in tonight. So it will be in rounds. This is how much additional rainfall we could see. 2 to 4 inches, not completely ruled out. Let's see here. And I believe it was Jackie wants to know, how much rain have we had in May so far? So Jackie, not including this morning's rain, at DFW specifically, 4 inches of rain. So quite a lot since the beginning of the month. Since March 1st, we've had 16.18. And again, that's not including the rain that we saw this morning. Jennifer said the sounds of the winds this morning was so crazy. Yeah, I agree. You know, I am in a really sturdy structure. I'm at WFAA Studios in downtown Dallas. And yeah, we have these doors that are nearby that I could hear, and it was very intense. Let's see here. I'm now showing you the 10-day here, or the 14th-day, excuse me. So again, daily rain chances through the weekend. Every day is going to look a little bit different. The rounds of rain every day will look different in terms of how much rain, the location of rain, the timing of rain. It's not all going to be, say, in the afternoon. It's not always going to be in the morning. That's why it's so important to keep checking in with us day to day, because it's going to look different day to day. I know a lot of kids, first week off of school, so you maybe are a little bit thrown off. Your routines are thrown off. I know a lot of you getting back to work after the long weekend. So your routine was just thrown off today. Again, so important this week. If you do anything, it's pay attention to the weather and pay attention to us every morning and every evening as we get new data, and we're trying to improve the forecast day to day, because again, it's going to look different. Okay, so I have gone over what radar looks like right now. A lot of the stuff is already pushing out of the area. We do have more rain coming in tonight. Those storms will progress from west to east, making it into the Metroplex sometime close to midnight before continuing off to the east between midnight and sunrise on Sunday. The main concern tonight, on top of course, any additional rain at this point that causes a flood concern, is going to be the potential for up to golf ball size hail, winds of 60 miles per hour, wind gusts, and there is a low tornado threat. I want to emphasize that the threat is highest west of North Texas. But then the threat kind of does move and weaken the closer it gets into the Metroplex. If you missed any of the timecast, if you missed any of the radar update, All of this is going to be in video form on our social media pages. We also have a full article up on WFAA.com, so if you missed it, whenever I end this video, you're able to go back and watch it. All right, everyone, I hope you all stay safe. Again, have a way to get warnings, and thanks for staying tuned to WFAA and WFAA.com. You can always find me. My social media platforms are right there at the bottom. Mariel Ruiz, WX, if you have any questions. I'm pretty active on Instagram as well if you would like to join me on there.